All right, we're about a month behind, but we're going to do our top 5 of
2024.
2024.
So my first favorite book of 2024 was probably cliche, but it was ACOTAR. And when I say ACOTAR, I mean actually the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Most people love the second one, A Court of Mist and Fury, or the third one. I loved the first one. It started out a little bit slow, but it did a lot of world building. You got to know the characters. I actually really enjoyed it. The second one is my favorite book that I think I've read in my adult life, but I don't have a copy of it, which is a crime. It's called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. But it was my favorite of the year, and my favorite, like I said, I almost want to say ever, but at least of my adult life. I loved the story, like platonic friendship, love. There's a video game aspect to it, so it's creative and it's like adventurous. And it covers a long period of these two characters' lives. So
Till that part, I was going to ask you if you're talking about Ready Player One.
No, it doesn't really give those vibes.
I just heard video games, so that was about it.
My third book of the year that I loved, I do have here. It's called Grimoire Girl. Tagline says, creating an inheritance of magic and mischief. And so there's a lot in it that's kind of witchy. Bought it first with a book credit I had.
Shout out to Best of Books.
Shout out to Best of Books in Edmond. Yes.
Yeah.
They have a deal where if you buy a certain amount of books, then I think you get your 12th free. So I got this totally free there. My next one I loved, I used to own, but I traded it at a book swap. Caraval. I love that book. It was so different than anything I've read before, and I read it on a trip home from Fort Worth. So I just read the whole book in the car.
But you read that in just one trip from Fort Worth?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just so people know, a trip from Fort Worth for us is about 3.5 hours. She says that just like, yeah, it's completely normal to read a book in about 3 hours.
Loved Caraval, read it in one sitting. This one I loved was Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I like the sister aspect because they're on a sister trip. I like the fact that they knew each other before but see each other in a different light. I just loved it. It was cute, easy to read, super fun. I couldn't put them in order if I had to. I just would say Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow would be my most favorite of all of them.
My top 5 of 2024. My fifth one, Fire and Blood, George R.R. Martin. Really cool beginning, really cool middle. The ending, it was just like it was a historical text that just literally ended. All of this just to have it just be like, and I just got done writing, I got bored, and so I stopped. 4, I'm a manga guy. Chojin X. A lot of the mangas started to feel like they were almost the same. This was like fresh. It was new, so it made more of an impact for me. I really liked it. And good art. Going back to real books now, not mangas.
Thank goodness.
Thick as Thieves by MJ Kuhn. I actually found MJ Kuhn on TikTok. Don't have a copy because I'm more of an Audible guy. Great characters, relationships, emotions, couple really good plot twists. You know a book is good when like gripped by something that happens to one or two of the characters. And number 2, I
picked this one out. I picked it out for us to read together and I didn't finish it. Not because it wasn't good. In fact, I'll go back and read it. I'm on chapter 4.
She's on chapter 4. I'm on the 3rd book of this series. This, though, was just awesome beginning to end. It's a new idea. Pretty much it's in the future where people don't die anymore. So if you die, you can be revived completely. There's no diseases, no major weather stuff. But in order to make sure that there's not this imbalance of life, they have size. Their whole job is to glean people.
Which means kill.
And you can't stop them. Loved it. And my number 1 book, it hit me so many ways emotionally. It is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. God, my God, my God. I don't read a lot of books more than once. Very rarely do I read a book more than once, and I will read this book again. You have no idea what's going on when you start. As this person is regaining memories, you're learning it with them, and then you just get sucked into this place of where you would think the book would end. That's only halfway through the book. So the second half of the book, you just don't see it coming. My favorite book, not only of 2024, pretty close up there to one of my favorite books of all time. You excited for 2025?
Yes, I'm ready to go read now. Once we're done, I can go read.
All right, why don't you go read? Love you.
I did it this time.